Here's a sampling of some of the swag that I got at Comic-Con. I usually get a whole lot more than this, but I wanted to be a little more conservative this year and pick up just what I wanted. There's a whole array. Even before Comic-Con started, I was able to get into the Conan show, and this is one of the first pieces of swag that I got. I think there maybe are 500 or 600 of these only. So they made 4 of them and gave them out to the guests of the show. And then on top of that, this was the packaging for the Conan 360 box. It's kind of like Google Cardboard. There's the lenses there, and what you do is put your phone inside there and you can view. And the Comic-Con shows were made with a 360 camera, so you could sit there and view in 3 dimensions, or in 360 degrees all around. I went to Nintendo's event at the Marriott, and I have a picture of me as an amiibo. Really neat. I really like these personal pictures that they print out there. I went to Wired's Cafe and got, this was their pass when you got admitted, just a slap bracelet there. This one's really thick, nice and rubbery. Got some various buttons. It's a new Adult Swim show about bears. I forget the name of it off the top of my head. Viewmaster has been reinventing themselves with a pretty much a plastic version of this, and we could get some new 3D Viewmaster type apps. Got a little NASA sticker from one of the meetups there. Here's a Reagan for President button from Fargo. A couple of Game of Thrones pins here. I played with this device where a tablet goes on top and it makes a holographic type projection on there. And there's a device, I think it's a Bluetooth device, that reads the beta waves from your brain, and it uses your brain waves to play those games. So I mastered the Force. There were Skella tokens given out so that you could shop at Super 7's booth, but I decided to keep this one. Here's a little Skeletor Muscle Man. I used to collect these when I was a little kid. They're little pink muscly men figures. Sideshow with their annual $25 gift card, even though most of their stuff is in the hundreds of dollars, but that $25 does help. Got a little bookmark here because I still do read paper books. A little Star Wars one. Here's a pin from Disney here. So I got the 4th and final Mockingjay pin. I like to wear those on my uniform. Got a little minion here from Mattel. I actually had to build him. I built him in the car. Let's see, here's some paper stuff. So Batman Day is September 26th. Remember that. Here's a flyer from Nintendo for Mario Maker and their event that they held at the Marriott there next to Comic-Con. So you got a couple things here. Barfbarians was a game that I was told about, and you can check it out, barfbarians.com. They get their powers from eating like bad food. The worse the food, the more powerful their power is. So if he eats like rancid meat, then he's like super powerful. Picked up one of these because that's my buddy Scott Sigler right there with his book release today. Yeah, so I actually got an autographed copy of his book. Got a couple of book samplers here. Gives you about a chapter of each book. Vanishing Games. My brother works on the Mindy Project, so he told us that there are samples of this book. And then Del Rey Books has a sampler of several different books in here. including Alive by Scott Sigler. Here's another, this is actually Google Cardboard that was given by Legendary. So that thing does come apart, and you put it together like this. Let me grab the phone out of this other one. So you can see the lenses there. Put the phone in there, seal it up, and that's Google Cardboard provided by Legendary. And there's actually a little button on this one that actually touches the screen on the inside right there. So you can play with even more Google apps. Alright, this thing here was given out at the Star Wars booth. That's Abomination by Gary Whitta. He's actually one of the writers on the new Star Wars movie. Got a Game of Thrones cinch bag here. And inside, we have Game of Thrones stylus pen with a little light there. And this thing actually flips around and becomes a pen. Comes with The Dance of Dragons. Really thick book. I've read it already, so this is going straight on my shelf. Nothing beats the smell of a new book. Here's a little cell phone wallet. You can take the sticker off the back, stick it on your wallet, or on your cell phone, and you can stick cards in the back of it. There's an ad in here for stuff from the HBO store. And it's actually a zippered case there, and then there's a hole where you can feed cables out of, like if you're listening to music or charging a battery. And here is a t-shirt. Valar Morghulis. So that's going to go in my Game of Thrones t-shirt collection there. And last but not least are my Star Wars badge from sitting in the panel. God, that was such an amazing panel, especially when Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford popped out. Grown men were crying. And at the concert, they gave us all lightsabers. And if you can imagine, thousands of people with their lightsabers. Let me find a picture here for you real quick. There it is. Thousands of lightsabers in the air. But yeah, this is just the swag that I wanted from Comic-Con. And other years I've gotten a whole lot more, but this is plenty to keep me happy for a while. Thanks again, Comic-Con.